So the R value is same for all the rivers. So the centroid of rivers will be on the symmetric line and each rivers will be at R is equal to. So we can take the in the bottom, that is center to center distance of each boat is given as 100 mm, and here it is also 100. So we can take the x value, that is from the center of CG distance to rivers, the x value that is equal to, so 100 by 2, that is equal to 50 mm. So we can take the x value is equal to 50, and here also we can take the y value is equal to 50. So R is equal to root of x square plus y square, that is equal to root of 50 square plus 50 square, that is equal to 50 root 2 mm. Then shear force in rivet A is given by Fs is equal to mr divided by sigma r square, which is equal to m is given as moment m of magnitude 50 kilonewton meter is given in the question. So we can take the m value is equal to 50 into 10 raised to 3 into r is equal to obtained as 50 root 2 divided by sigma r square. Sigma r square is equal to number of rivets, that is r value, total r value, that is equal to, so number of rivers, that is equal to, in this case 4 number of rivers is present in this figure. So we can take it as 4 into r square, that is equal to r is equal to 50 root 2 whole square. So we can take the value, that is 4 into 50 root 2 whole square, that is the total answer, that is equal to Fs is equal to 176.8 kilonewton. Okay, so in the options there is 175.8 kilonewton is present, but it is the answer is obtained as 176.8 kilonewton. Okay, so this is the correct answer and there is some mistake in this option. And next question, a fillet welded joint of 6 mm size is shown in the figure. The welded surface meet at a 60 to 90 degree and permissible stress in the fillet weld is 108 megapascal, and the safe load that can be transmitted by the joint is. So the question is, fillet welded joint of 6 mm size is shown in the figure. The welded surface meet at a 60 to 90 degree and the permissible stress in the fillet weld is 108 megapascal. Permissible stress in the fillet weld is 108 megapascal, and the safe load that can be transmitted by the joint is, we have to calculate that. Okay, so the weld length is provided, and here also the length of the weld is provided. Then options are given as A is equal to 162.7 kilonewton, option B is 151.6 kilonewton, option C is 113.4 kilonewton, option D is 109.5 kilonewton. It is the 2-mark question of 2005. So the total weld length, that is equal to 100. So the length of the weld is given as 100. So here also welding is provided. So 100 into 2. Okay, 100 into 2 plus 50. So this length of weld is equal to 50. So 100 plus 100 plus 50. So 100 into 2 plus 50, that is equal to 250 mm is the length of the total length of the weld, and strength of weld per mm length, that is equal to 0.6 into 6. The size of the weld, size of the fillet welded joints of 6 mm size is given. Okay, so 6 mm into 0.7, we are taking the value, that is equal to 0.7, and 0.7 into 6 into 108, that is equal to 453.6 Newton. Okay, so strength of weld per mm length, that is equal to 0.7 into S, 6 into 108, that is equal to 453.6 Newton. So the maximum load taken by joint. So the safe load that can be transmitted by the joint, that is maximum load taken by the joints, that is equal to 453 Okay, so 453.6 into 250. Okay, into 250, that is total length of weld, divided by 1000, that is equal to 113.4 kilonewton. Okay, so our answer is option C, that is 113.4 kilonewton. Next question, a bracket connection is made with 4 bolts of 10 mm diameter and supports a load of 10 kilonewton at an eccentricity of 100 mm. The maximum force to be resisted by any bolt will be. Okay, so here it is given as bracket connection is made with a 4 bolts of 10 mm diameter. 4 bolts with a 10 mm diameter and supports a load of 10 kilonewton at eccentricity 100 mm. Okay, so eccentricity is given as 100 and load P is given as a concentrated load is given as 10 kilonewton. Then, so 4 number of bolts is provided with a 10 mm diameter. Then, next, all the distance are in mm. So the gauge distance. So in this figure, the pitch distance is given as pitch distance and the gauge distance is given. Okay, so the gauge distance is 60 and the pitch distance is 80 mm. Then option A is given as 5 kilonewton, option B is 6.5 kilonewton, option C 6.8 kilonewton, option D is 7.16 kilonewton. It is the 2-mark question of 2007. Okay, so we can take the R value is the distance from the CG to the bolts. Okay, so distance from the CG to the rivets or bolts is the R value. Okay, so here it is provided as a bolted connections. So the R is the distance from the CG to the bolts. So the R value is same for all the section, all the along the all the bolts. So we can take bolt will be subjected to direct shear and shear force due to twisting moment. F1 is equal to force on bolt due to direct shear. So here the F1 is acting downwards is the force on bolt due to direct shear. Force on the bolt due to direct shear which is acting for the first bolt, it is acting in downwards. And F2 is the force on the bolt due to twisting moment. Okay, so for the first bolt, the F2 is the force on bolt due to twisting moment and it is acting in this direction and the resultant force is acting in this direction, that is F1. Okay, so the F1 is equal to P by N. So F1 can be taken as Fa is equal to taken as P by N. So F1 can be taken as P by N value is equal to 4. So there is 4 number of bolts is here. So we can take the N value is equal to N is the number of bolts. So N is equal to 4. P is equal to P is given as the concentrated load is given as 10. So 10 by 4 that is equal to 2.5 kilonewton. So F2 is equal to stress due to moment. So the equation is F2 equation is P into E into R1 divided by sigma Ri square. So F2 is equal to PE into R1 divided by sigma Ri square. So R1 here in this figure we can see that R1, R2, R3 and R4 all are equal. So R1, R2, R3 and R4 are equal. Then so we can take it as R is equal to, so R is equal to root of, R is the radial distance of bolt from the bolt group. Then R is equal to root of x square plus y square. Okay, so R is the distance from the center of CG to the bolt section. So that is R is equal to root of x square plus y square, that is equal to, here we can take it as this value, that is this is 30 and this distance is 40. Okay, so root of 30 square, root of x square plus y square, that is equal to 40 square plus 30 square, that is equal to 50 mm. R is equal to 50 mm. Then F2 is equal to, so we can provide the values. we can substitute the values in this equation. That is equal to P value is 10 into E value is equal to eccentricity value is given as 100. So 10 into 100 into R value is obtained as 50. So into 50 divided by 2500 into 4. Okay, so the sigma R square, so 50 square into number of bolts. So number of bolts is 4 and 50 square, that is equal to 2500. So we get the value, that is F2 is equal to 5 kilonewton. So tan theta is equal to, in this case tan theta is equal to, tan theta, if we consider this is the theta value, so if we take the tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. Okay, so opposite by adjacent, that is equal to this opposite value, this height, that is equal to 30. This height is equal to 30 and this distance is equal to 40. So we can take it as tan theta is equal to 30 by 40. Okay, opposite by adjacent. So 30 by 40, that is equal to theta is equal to 37 degree. Okay, then resultant force which is equal to root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. Okay, sorry. So the resultant force, that is equal to root of F1 square plus F2 square plus 2 F1 F2 cos theta. This is the equation for resultant force. So that is root of F1 value is obtained as, that is 2.5 kilonewton and the F2 value is obtained as 5 kilonewton. So we are substituting that values, that is equal to root of 2.5 square plus 5 square plus 2 into 2.5 into 5 into theta value is obtained as 37 degree. So cos 37 degree, which is equal to 7.16 kilonewton. So our answer is option D, 7.16 kilonewton. Next question. Rivets and bolts subjected to both shear stress tau Vf calculated and axial tensile stress then shall be so proportioned that the stresses do not exceed the respective allowable stresses tau Vf and sigma Tf, and the value of tau Vf calculated divided by tau Vf plus sigma Tf calculated divided by sigma Tf does not exceed options given as 1, option B is 1.2, option C is 1.4, option D is 1.8. That is a 2-mark question of 2008. Okay, rivets and bolts subjected to both shear stress tau Vf calculated and axial tensile stress sigma Tf calculated shall be so proportioned that the stresses do not exceed the respective allowable stress tau Vf and sigma Tf, and the values tau Vf calculated divided by tau Vf plus sigma Tf calculated divided by sigma Tf does not exceed, options are given as 1, option B is 1.2, option C is 1.4, option D is 1.8. Okay, so as per the clause 8.9.4.5 of IS 800 1984, rivets and bolts subjected to both shear and axial tension shall be so proportioned that the shear and the axial stresses calculated do not exceed the respective allowable stress tau Vf and sigma Tf, and the expression tau Vf calculated divided by sigma tau Vf plus sigma Tf calculated divided by sigma Tf does not exceed 1.4. Okay, it is already provided in the IS code. IS 800 1984 is already provided as, this value is provided as 1.4, should not exceed, does not exceed 1.4 is given. Okay, so our answer is option C, 1.4, should not exceed 1.4. Next question, that is a 12 mm thick plate is connected to two 8 mm thick plates on either side through a 16 mm diameter power driven field rivet as shown in the figure below. Assuming permissible shear stress as 90 megapascal and permissible bearing stress as 270 megapascal in the rivet. The rivet value of the joint is, options are given as option A is 56.7 kilonewton, option B is 43.29 kilonewton, option C is 36.19 kilonewton, option D is 21.65 kilonewton. Okay, so it is a 2-mark questions of 2009. Question is, a 12 mm thick plate is connected to two 8 mm thick plates on either side through a 16 mm diameter power driven field rivet as shown in the figure below. Assuming the permissible shear stress as 90 megapascal and the permissible bearing stress, first is the shear stress, next is the bearing stress as 270 megapascal in the rivet. Okay, so the rivet value of the joints, we have to calculate that. So the rivet value, that is the least of a lesser value of bearing or shear strength calculated. Okay, so that is, options are given as option A is 56.7 kilonewton, option B is 43.29 kilonewton, option C is 36.19 kilonewton, option D is 21.65 kilonewton. Okay, so the center, that is 12 mm thick plate and it is connected to 8 mm thick plates in the sides. So the rivet value is the lesser of the shear strength or the bearing strength of rivet. Okay, so the rivet value, we have to calculate the rivet value. So the rivet value is the lesser of shearing strength or bearing strength of rivet. First, so we have to calculate the shearing strength and the bearing strength of rivet. So from that, least value is the rivet value. So the shearing strength of rivet, that is PS equation, that is equal to PS is equal to shearing strength of rivet equation, that is PS is equal to 2 into pi d square by 4 into tau Vf. Okay, so tau Vf is given us, that is shear strength, shear stress is given us, 90 megapascal. So tau Vf is the shear stress value, so we are substituting tau Vf, that is shear stress value there. So PS is equal to 2 into pi d square divided by 4 into tau Vf. So that is equal to 2 into pi divided by 4 into d value, that is equal to 16. Okay, so the d value is equal to, I think on either side though a 16 mm diameter power driven field rivets is given. Okay, so diameter of rivets is given as 16 mm. So we are substituting, that is diameter of rivets, that is 16 plus 1.5. So if it is less than, phi value is less than 25 mm, then we can take it as 5 plus 1.5. Okay, so that is 16 plus 1.5. So 16 plus 1.5 all square into tau Vf value is equal to 90. So we get the answer, that is equal to 43.29 kilonewton. And next we are calculating the bearing strength of the rivet, that is equal to PB is equal to D into T into sigma PF. Okay, D into T into sigma PF. So the sigma PF value is given us, that is bearing stress value is given us 270 megapascal. So PB is equal to D into T into sigma PF, which is equal to, D value is equal to 16 into 1.5, 16 plus 1.5, that is equal to 16 plus 1.5 into T value is equal to thickness of the plate, that is equal to 12 mm. Okay, so the 12 mm, that is 12 into 270. We are taking 270, which is equal to 56.7 kilonewton. Okay, so the 16 plus 1.5 into 12 into 270, which is equal to 56.7 kilonewton. So the rivet value of the joints, that is equal to 43.29 kilonewton. Okay, so the least value, here the shear strength value is obtained as 43.29 and next bearing strength of rivet is obtained as 56.7. So the total from this least value that is equal to 43.29. So least value is the from the shear strength of rivet and bearing strength of rivet, least value is the rivet value. So we can take the 43.29 as the rivet value. That is equal. Okay, so the rivet value is equal to 43.29 kilonewton, which is option B. Next is a double cover but riveted joints is used to connect two flat plates of 200 mm width and 14 mm thickness as shown in the figure. There are 12 power driven rivets of 20 mm diameter at a pitch of 50 mm in both directions on either side of the plate. Two cover plates of 10 mm thickness are used. The capacity of the joints in tension considering bearing and shear only, with the permissible bearing and shear stress as 300 megapascal and 100 megapascal respectively. Okay, so the double cover but riveted joint is used to connect two flat plates of 200 mm width, and 14 mm thickness. So the figure is like this, and there are 12 power driven rivets. 12 power driven rivets of 20 mm diameter. Okay, there are 12 power driven rivets of 20 mm diameter. Okay, in both directions on either side of the plate. Two cover plates of 10 mm thickness are used. Two cover plates of 10 mm thickness are used. The capacity of joints in tension considering the bearing and the shear only, with the permissible bearing and the shear stress of 300 megapascal and 100 megapascal respectively is, that is options are given as 1083.6 kilonewton. Next option B is 871.32 kilonewton. Option C is 541.8 kilonewton. Option D is 433.7 kilonewton. Okay. So it is a 2-mark question of 2010. Then, so the cover is given as 50 mm. Then this distance is given as, gauge distance is given as 50 mm, and the pitch distance also given as 50 mm. Next, strength of one rivet in double shear, that is PS is equal to 2 into pi d square by 4 into tau Vf. So we can take it as 2 into value that is equal to d value that is equal to 20 plus 1.5 whole square into pi divided by 4 into tau Vf value that is equal to, here the tau Vf value that is equal to, okay, tau Vf, that is permissible bearing and the shear stress. So shear stress value is this tau Vf. Okay, tau Vf is equal to 100 megapascal. So we can take it as, so 100 into 10 raised to minus 3, that is equal to 72.61 kilonewton. Okay. Then next we are taking, that is strength of riveted joints in double shear, that is equal to total number of bolts is present. In this figure, total number of bolts is present on either side. So 12 into 72.61, that is equal to 871.32 kilonewton. Okay. Next is strength of one rivet in bearing. First we have calculated, that is strength of one rivet in double shear, that is 72 point, that is PS is strength of one rivet in double shear, that is PS is equal to 2 into pi d square by 4 into tau Vf. From that we get PS is equal to 72.61 kilonewton. Strength of riveted joints in double shear, that is there are total number of bolts is there, so that is equal to total number, that is a total value that is equal to 871.32 kilonewton. Then strength of one rivet in bearing, that is D into T into sigma PF. Our equation is D into PB is equal to D into T into sigma PF, that is equal to 20 plus 1.5 into 14 into T value is equal to 14. D value is equal to 20 plus 1.5. Diameter of rivet that is 20. 20 plus 1.5 into T value is equal to 14. So thickness is given as 14. So T value is equal to 14 into 300 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is equal to bearing stress value is given as sigma PF value is given as 300 megapascal. So we are taking that is 300 into 10 raised to minus 3. That is equal to 90.3 kilonewton. Next, the strength of riveted joints in bearing, that is there are 12 number of rivets is there. So 12 into 90.3 which is equal to 1083.6 kilonewton. So thus the strength of joints will be governed by the shearing and it will be equal to 871.32 kilonewton. Okay, strength of joints will be governed by the shearing and it will be equal to 871.32. Okay, so it is 871.32. So our answer is option B, 871.32 kilonewton. Next question, that is two plates subjected to direct tension, each of 10 mm thickness and having width of 100 mm and 175 mm respectively are to be fillet welded with an overlap of 200 mm given that the permissible weld stress is 110 megapascal and permissible stress in steel is 150 megapascal. The length of the weld required using the maximum permissible weld size as per IS 800 1984 is option A is 245.3 mm, option B is 229.2 mm, option C is 205.5 mm, option D is 194.8 mm. Okay, it is a 2-mark question of 2010. So the question is two plates subjected to direct tension, each of 10 mm thickness and having a width of 100 mm and 175 mm and are to be fillet welded with an overlap of 200 mm given that the permissible weld stress is 110 megapascal and the permissible stress in steel is 150 megapascal. The length of weld required using the maximum permissible weld size as per IS 800 1984. We have to calculate that. The length of weld required using the maximum permissible weld size as per IS 800 1984. So the figure is given, that is 175 size width is given. Then on one side that is 100 mm plate is given. First plate that is 175 mm and second is a 100 mm size plate with plate. Then the maximum size of fillet weld is obtained by subtracting 1.5 mm from the thickness of the thinner member to be jointed. Maximum size of a fillet weld is obtained by subtracting the 1.5 from the thickness of the thinner member to be jointed. So S is equal to 10 minus 1.5. Okay, so S is equal to thickness that is equal to 10 mm. So 10 minus 1.5 which is equal to 8.5 mm. Then strength of the thinner plate that is equal to 100 into, so the width is equal to 100. Strength of thinner member that is equal to 100 into thickness of the weld that is equal to, okay, so the thickness each of two plates subjected to a direct tension of each of thickness 10 mm thickness. So and the width 100 mm and 175 mm. So we are taking strength of the thinner plate that is equal to 100 into 10 into 150 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay, so the permissible stress in steel is given as 150 megapascal. So we can take it as 150 into 10 raised to minus 3 which is equal to 150 kilonewton, and the strength of the weld which is equal to L into S into 0.7 into sigma WS. So our answer is, that is strength of weld is obtained as 150 of the strength of the thinner plate is obtained as 150. So 150 into 10 raised to 3 which is equal to L into 8.5, S value is equal to 8.5 into 0.7 into sigma WF value is equal to 110 is given in the question. So the our L value that is equal to 229.18 mm which is equal to 229.2 mm. Okay, so our answer is option B, 229.2 mm.